Hello and welcome to episode 87 of the Madness Table. We are coming to you live, no, not live at all, but we are coming to you via your favorite podcast apps and YouTube. If you want to check us out and see exactly how beautiful Will is, come and check us out on YouTube. You can also join our Discord server, follow us on all of the social medias, and of course, like, follow, subscribe, and send this podcast somebody's way. Now, back to you, Will.
Thanks, Andrew. Andrew's got such great,
Andrew,
radio personality.
You gotta
vibes.
stop shortening every word, man. It's
Words are too long. I make them better.
He does make them better.
Some of them are 2 syllables, my guy.
Not in this man's America.
Not in this man's America. All right, so last time, real quick, you guys got up. You got a letter from Nomi who was like, meet this guy, Gurnik Tapfinger. He's got a small request for you guys. I'm on business with the leader of the Stoneheart Enclave, the Order. You met up with Gurnik in the Caves of Clatter, the kind of official blacksmithy area of the city. Gurnik was like, hey, nice to meet you. I need you guys to find something in there called the Steadfast Stone, which is kind of a monument / conduit that of very serious religious importance with Calarduran Smooth Hands, one of the earthen gods of the Deep Gnomes. He's like, here's a spell gem, slot it in there. Hopefully no evil stuff happens. If it does, protect the stone because it has to be cleansed. Good luck in there. You guys went in after the door was unsealed. You ventured only a little ways to the southeast where you came upon this large pool of water with a ghost kind of floating over the top, peering down into the water. As Artomis approached, they were like, they're coming! Everybody hide! And then took off into the back over these staircases that led into a cave. You found a Deep Gnome young individual who is kind of following behind you. Their name is Eva Clay, and they want to prove themselves worthy of being a Burrow Warden, claiming that while everybody else is kind of playing pretend, they want to prove that they have what it takes to defend the city, and that they have to find some adversary that they could overcome, something truly frightening that they could then use as kind of a focal point to kind of turn around back on everybody. Because I don't know if you guys remember this from the reliefs that you saw back in the Burrow Warden Cave. All the individuals you saw fighting had helmets shaped like various denizens of the underdark, truly horrifying creatures to inspire fear. So that's kind of what they're talking about.
Yeah,
you
Scylla had a temper tantrum and scratched out a mind flayer.
Yes. Don't know why. Weird. Anyways.
Can't be the trauma.
You guys went these staircases and found yourselves in this larger cave with an overlook upon which 2 gargoyles, who have now awakened and are ready to pounce down upon you all. The ghost has disappeared into the cave where the river comes from, and an earth elemental has arisen from the river and is now coming after you all. And we've gone ahead and rolled for initiative, everybody, which is pretty great. So we don't have to entertain you all with our horrible dice rolls, unless anybody really feels like they need to. But everybody got 14, which was super friggin' weird.
That was really weird.
Yeah. And all right, we are going to start at the top of the order with one of the gargoyles. So the gargoyle to the north is going to yeah, they do have that beautiful fly speed. They're going to zoom down about 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet. They got 60 feet of flying, swoop down, and they're going to try and bite you first as they swoop down on you, Starcaller, as they move to the west. Nice. So first, dang, that's a 7 to hit, which is definitely not going to get you.
Not today.
And as they kind of like miss with their bite, their hand comes up very quickly trying to get you with a claw. And that is a 17 to hit.
That does not hit.
Right, yeah. Gosh, it's been a while. I forgot you guys all have 25 AC and are stupidly strong. All right, next up is the second gargoyle, who's going to swoop down on Hester, moving to the north.
Point of order. Do they rely on dark vision for sight?
No. They do have dark vision, but it's not.
So they would need to use, unless they have some other form of vision that would allow them to see me.
Okay.
I am invisible.
Fair enough. Thank you for that correction. They're then going to fly down on Scylla. Sorry, Scylla. Blame Brendan. And they're going to try and bite and claw you as well. First up is the bite. Nope, that's a natural 2. Not going to get me to a 24. And a natural 3. Holy smokes. Cool.
Well,
this combat's going to end really early, everybody.
I will say as well, because you gave me a two-handed weapon that I'm going to wield, I'm not using my shield, so my AC is 19. But still.
I love that. There
Happy
was no
DM
way
noises.
I would have known that did that. All right. Next up is Artomis. It's your turn, my boy.
All right. First things first. Bonus action to bring out the Shadowed Blade of Dawn's Edge, and then I'm gonna attack our gargoyle friend who's up close and personal with me. So he comes in, he misses twice, and then I'm gonna attempt to smack him back.
Smack him.
Ooh, I like that. That is a 29 to hit.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Damn.
Holy smokes.
And I do have my shield out now, so I'm using just one hand to swing. So that does 10 points of necrotic damage.
Nice. Let me just double check. Okay, yeah. Beautiful. Dawn's Edge sinks right into it with that shadowy blade. And you see the stones start to crumble a little bit underneath.
Alright, and I'm going to come again if I could.
Yep.
And that's a natural 1.
Ooh.
It don't.
I almost imagine Dawn's Edge as you sink through, cut through the gargoyle, and as you're about to come back through, you can just feel Dawn's Edge, their fear of the dark, even though they like create it because they draw in as much light as possible. And it catches you off guard because for a while now they've been pretty resolute, but you just feel like this shudder go through as they almost feel uncomfortable, causing you miss this gargoyle.
He comes up, he swings once, hits, and then it's like kind of like pulls back and misses, and just kind of whispers to, I guess, himself and to her, "It's okay. We can do this. We can do this."
All right.
And I think that's all I got.
Okay, Hester, you're up, you invisible boy.
Okay. I am going to do a couple of things. So, first of all, I'm going to bonus action cast Hail of Thorns at 2nd level. And then I'm going to... Yeah, that does not apply until I actually hit something. So, I usually have 2 attacks because of my Dread Ambusher feature. Because it is the first turn of the initiative, I have 3 attacks. So I'm going to go ahead and take 3 longbow attacks. Let's take some shots. Fuck it. Let's hit that elemental.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, we're gonna hit the stone boy, or we're gonna try to. So first attack is 21 to hit.
Yup.
Okay, so that's gonna be a little bit of damage. So the initial damage, it's 9 piercing damage. And then the Dread Ambusher does an extra d8.
Okay.
Okay.
What kind of arrows are you using, by the way?
Just standard.
Okay.
It's a good question though, because my bow is technically magical. So where does the
Yeah,
like, do
because I
need-
know they
do I
make
need to have
the
a magic
festoon
weapon
plus 2.
and magic ammunition?
I'm just gonna give it to you. I'm not gonna worry about it now. I'll look
Okay.
it up later.
Yeah, it's a little weird because it would seem
Mhm.
useless to have a magic bow if you needed
Yeah.
ammunition. But I don't know. That's for the rules to decide. Okay, so the additional damage was 6, so that's a total of 15 piercing damage. And then it needs to make a dexterity save.
Oh yeah, this elemental with them dex saves though.
Yes.
All right. Let's try the green die. That's not great. That's a 5.
It fails, so it takes the full brunt of an additional 2d10 piercing damage from the Hail of
Holy
Thorns.
smokes! What you cast that at?
Second level. It's
Damn.
it's a d10 per level.
Great.
Okay, almost max damage. That is an additional 17 points of piercing damage.
Wow.
Remember, folks at home, this is still the first attack.
Bro. Rangers.
Okay. And I think that was all of the stuff that pops off on that attack. So I'm just going to take my 2 other attacks.
Yeah, with add on 30 other bonuses. Jeez,
Yep. Yeah, well, I'm a little upset at myself that I forgot about Sharpshooter. I shan't make that mistake again. So 2 additional attacks, I will apply Sharpshooter to both of them.
Okay, -5 for +10. Great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Love it. Just what I
Okay.
need.
I
Okay.
love sharpshooter.
That one probably doesn't. That is a
Broken you guys
13 to hit.
That is a miss.
Wait, am I doing that math right? Yeah. Yes. 13. Okay.
Please be right.
Second attack, or third attack, I guess. Ooh, spicy. 19 to hit.
That is a hit.
Okay. Fucking minimum damage.
Oh, thank goodness.
16 points of piercing damage.
That's minimum?
Well, with the plus 10.
Plus 10.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just pulling up my calculator to make sure I'm getting myself the right hit points every time.
And I think, yep, that was action. Fuck you. Bonus action. Yeah, and then I'm going to slink back towards the entrance of the cave. Make sure I'm really getting in that darkness there.
Okay. Do you become invisible again?
It's not an invisibility spell.
Yeah.
I don't break when I make attacks. If they rely on dark vision, they can't see me.
This is so broken.
It's broken specifically for Underdark.
Yeah, and I
because
can't
it's-
wait to kill this character.
Because
Anyway.
the specification is if you are in darkness, not
Yeah.
dim light. Like, it has to be darkness. So if somebody lit a torch, I'm instantly visible.
Yeah, I gotta double check my description here that I have from the book. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about, like, there's some bioluminescent fungi, but I would say, like, where you're currently standing, like, you're definitely in shadow again, so.
Sure.
All right, Scylla, you're up. Let's see what the Master of Battle will do.
Scylla is she's like this winged creature like flies at her and tries to bite her, and she kind of like swats it away, and then she turns around, sees that the golem probably looks pretty similar, and she looks around, she sees Starcaller, she sees Eva, and she's like, typical Hester, not in the fight. Wow. Hard to say they're any good.
Is getting blown up from 3 different projectiles, and you're like, freaking gnome.
Wish Hester was here. Wow, my goodness.
God. Call it Ocean Gate, because that elemental's exploding.
Oh my God.
Sorry to date this episode.
Yeah, right. Oh my God.
It's okay. I'm kidding. Ocean Gate imploded.
Oh God.
Scylla. What you got?
Yeah. So I'm going to. She's got Caliburn out, 2 hands. I'm going to step up and swing.
Are you swinging? Oh, you're swinging at the earth elemental.
Yeah. So I think I take an attack of opportunity to step
You
away.
do. This gargoyle's gonna try to claw you real quick. Oh my god, I can't. I can hardly roll above a 3. That was another 3, so it's a miss.
Okay.
Just too good.
Oof. I'm gonna go ahead and throw a superiority die for a precision attack on that. I did not roll well. That was 19 to hit.
That is a hit.
I did have to use a superiority die for it.
Okay. Glad you're keeping track.
And that's gonna be 11 points of slashing.
Okay.
And then because I hit, I would like to make this a distracting strike using another superiority die. So my intent here is to give my allies an opening. So the next attack roll against the elemental has advantage.
Okay. Do I need to make any save on that?
No, it just happens. It's just a
wow.
Because
right.
I hit.
Yeah, this. I picture you almost like very artfully managed to block with Caliburn the gargoyle's attack while you're in mid-strike towards the elemental, and then you hit. But you got a whole nother attack, don't you?
Yes, I do. And I think the distracting strike as well, like she brings her blade down and like chips at this elemental. And I think she, like, the distracting strike is happening as she makes eye contact with Eva to give her an opening. So she's potentially getting the advantage.
Okay.
That's a 25 to hit.
That is absolutely a hit.
Okay. For 14 points of slashing.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, this elemental is looking a little rough now.
And that's it for my turn.
Okay. Next up is the Earth Elemental, who is going to come right back at you, Scylla, for carving into it, as it cannot see Hester. So we've got 2 slam attacks coming at you. I'm going to use my madness table die from our good friend. That's a cock die. That is an 8 on the die, so 16 to hit is a miss.
Correct. 19
Okay.
is the AC.
Natural 17, definitely a hit on you.
Yeah.
Here comes the damage.
Just saying, both of those would have hit Hester.
Okay, it's not bad. It's 11 points of damage. And that is actually
Not to cause hell for myself, Will, but you can try to make attacks against me. Like, they can try to discern the direction, and you can still make an attack. They're just at disadvantage.
sure, but this isn't a hugely intelligent creature. Like, it got hit, it was upset, and then this very visible creature just hit it a bunch of times. Its intellect of 5 is going to be you hurt, I hit.
I get you.
And
Just making sure you know I am.
What are you
still
saying
vulnerable.
about creatures with an intellect of 5, Will? You know, you got a problem with that?
They're very nice people.
Yeah.
it is, however, going to all of a sudden just like
Ew.
disappear into the ground as it earth glides and is going to move.
Oh no.
I don't get an attack of opportunity there.
Nope.
Whoa.
And that it reappears coming up on the top of this 30-foot ledge over where the cave is. So it moved all the way to the east and now has this kind of sight down on all of you. Next up in the order is Eva, who saw what you were trying to do there, Scylla, and is like determined to make the most use of it. So they are going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I think they've only got 25 feet of movement. Oh no, they've got 30. Great. So they start running up the small staircase to try and like get up onto the ledge that the earth elemental is. So they move to the north, and they're kind of moving now towards the east, and they're going to pull out a hand axe and are going to throw it.
With advantage.
So let's see, advantage. Wow, that was really nice because the first one I rolled a 1, the second one I rolled a nat 20.
Hey.
So Eva just throws his hand axe, hits into the elemental right towards its face. Not great damage, only 7 points of damage. I rolled 2 2s, but still a great hit. Okay. We are now back at the top of the order with the gargoyles. Let me just update this health real quick. All right. Gargoyle number 1, who is right next to you, Artomis, is going to try and bite and swing its claw at you. First one, natural 19. Here come the good hits. That is.
Oh, wait a second. Are we doing max damage on crits?
Oh, right. Our house rule. I totally forget.
Yeah.
So it's max damage, then the die?
Plus what
Yeah.
I rolled, so it's 2.
You're muted, Brendan.
Embarrassing.
Now it's on video too.
Yeah.
It's roll the die plus the maximum of that die.
Yeah.
Okay, so it would have been 13.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I need
Sounds
to
right, I
add
think.
6 more onto that. All right, perfect. I'm gonna have that like written down right next to me. Crits do this now.
Yeah, just put that on a post-it note right in front of you.
Yeah. So the gargoyle just swung at Artemis. It got a 23 to bite. Correction. So it does out of the box. That is 8 points of piercing damage as it sinks its mouth onto your shoulder, and then the second one, it's gonna come in with its claw. That is 15. That's a miss, correct?
Yep. Miss.
Okay.
Miss.
So it bit you, got in there, and it is still just trying to get at you. Second gargoyle is up, the one that tried to attack Scylla as they moved in on the elemental. And they see Eva starting to run up towards the elemental, and they're going to move. They're going to fly 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 feet, get up on the ledge, land in front of Eva, and are going to try and bite and claw her. So first one is an 8 plus 4. That is going to be a miss. And then with the claw, that is a 16, which still misses. So Eva manages to kind of hold up the shield and duck to the side of these blows, keeping out of danger. Artemis, you're up.
All right. Just I'm gonna be tracking that Eva's trying to make a heroic push. We did say they might die. But I'm gonna go ahead and unload on our gargoyle friend here, in front of me. That's an 18 to hit.
That is a hit. Yep.
Right. That is 9 points of necrotic, and yeah, that's all right.
Okay,
I'll call
that's
it.
where you're gonna end it.
I was like, I really wanted the points right, but not yet. And then I'm gonna come again for my second strike, and that is a 27.
That's absolutely a hit.
There we go. That's 15 points of necrotic.
Nice. Okay.
How's he look, Will?
It's looking pretty rough. You've blasted off some large chunk or dissolved chunks of stone that have fallen away to dust around its feet.
Good.
Okay. If that is the end of your turn, we are up with Hester.
Okay. Quick clarification from the rules that I found, page 140 of D&D 5e errata.
Oh, no.
If a magic weapon If a magic weapon has the ammunition property, ammunition fired from it is considered magical for the purposes of overcoming resistance and immunity to non-magical attacks and damage.
Great.
So,
Thank you for finding that.
uh,
Fucking nerd.
I need to know. Listen, if I'm going to cheat, I'm going to choose to cheat. I'm not going to cheat accidentally like a fucking loser. Seeing that Eva is clearly going for her heroic moment, I'm going to duck out here and take my 2 shots at the. Actually, really quick, I'm going to cast bonus action Hunter's Mark on that gargoyle harrying Eva.
Okay, so the one to the far north up on the ledge. Gotcha.
And I'm going to take 2 shots at it with sharpshooter.
Okay, there's no save for Hunter's Mark. It's just on it.
Nope, it just happens.
Great, thank you.
Okay, let's hope that they don't have a super high AC. How does a 12 suit you?
Miss.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right,
Miss me with that sharpshooter.
let's try it again.
Look at you with your pinpoint accuracy.
Oh, Christ, that's even worse. Can we talk about the irony of the feat sharpshooter because it makes you less accurate?
Yeah.
I hate it.
Gosh, maybe it should be like a minus 10 damage. Plus 5
Maybe
to hit or
you
something.
should get fucked.
Sorry.
But
Sucks
both
to
attacks
suck.
miss. Was trying to help.
Where is Hester?
It
I don't
did not
see him
work.
still.
I will kill you all in your sleep.
I wish I knew.
Scylla, you're up.
Okay. Scylla.
You've been left alone.
Yeah. I see the elemental up on the ridge. I'm going to sprint forward 20 feet. Bonus action Misty Step up to the top
Nice.
and swing.
Swing.
Just out of the mist, she appears.
The
What I
earth
want to
elemental
hit.
turns. That is a hit.
Please, no. I have children.
You just see peeking out of the cave.
Pebbles, get back.
Pebbles. Scylla's just like, it matters not.
Hester's like,
14.
I'm gonna kill them
Children with me.
kids.
Yeah, right. 14 slashing.
Okay.
Way to go, Scylla. Just go and fucking steal that kill.
Well, we don't know that yet.
One of its leg is like starting to buckle from the blows.
Second attack. That is probably not gonna hit. That's oof. Should I not? Oh, do I wanna do it? No, I'll just keep the miss.
Wow. Okay.
So
All right.
12.
The earth elemental is like, throw pebbles, and blocks the blade. And it is
All
now
the
their
father's
turn,
love.
and they are immediately just gonna like bring this swept fist right back down, trying to slam you. Where's my madness table die? It's been doing well. That is a nat 20.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So max on the regular die, we said.
Yeah, so
Plus the roll.
yeah.
Okay. God. All right.
Yeah,
This is
so-
gonna be so
and
bad.
If it's multiple dice, it's roll all the dice and then the maximum of those dice.
Yeah.
So like if it's 66, you roll 66.
Yeah, Brendan, we got it.
30. No, you didn't.
We got it.
Kill her.
Wow.
Where's
That is-
Hester?
Brendan's
So
like,
this-
if it's like 64, you just multiply that by 6 and then just like.
Yeah. Keep asking where Hester is. He'll see you in hell.
This earth elemental is like, stay away from my children, and slams down on you and does 34 points of damage.
Oh shit.
And that's just the first swing. He
Oh,
rears
no.
back. He pulls back that same fist that just gets you. I picture it's covered in blood now, and just like once again tries to come straight down on top of you.
Jesus.
That is a. That's a 23 to hit.
Oh yeah.
You missing that shield yet?
No, I like my sword.
No. That is 12 points of bludgeoning damage on top of the 34 you just took from that crit.
That ain't shit.
Jesus.
That ain't shit. Scylla can take another one.
And then the Earth Elemental's like, Pebbles, I'm coming. And then disappears into the earth again. And is going to appear right next to Hester. Coming up out of the ground.
I'm in danger.
And you think, Hester, it knows you're there. Alright, and next up is Eva, who is now kind of locked into this melee with this gargoyle, who is going to step up with their warhammer and swing once. Let's see here. That's not great, but it is a 15, which is just enough to hit the gargoyle. And they are going to do one-handed. They do 8 points of bludgeoning damage to this gargoyle, who has not been hit. So that's gargoyle number 2. And we are now at the top of the order with gargoyle 1, who is still locked in this like furious back and forth with Artomis and is going to continue to try and kind of tango with Adam. That is another natural 20.
Damn.
Holy smokes.
I'm in danger.
This madness table
Take
die
these
is
dice away. Take them away.
I think it's weighted.
Is that your third crit in a row?
Not in a row, but this is definitely the second one of the night.
Will, you
Not
said
a
that
fan, not
about...
a
I
fan.
think you just need to stop being allowed to have gemstone dice, because your labradorite were just as brutal.
That's true. I still have that one here.
Don't worry about it.
Don't do it. All right. That is 16 points of damage to you. And
All right.
here comes the claw, natural 1.
Perfectly balanced as all things should be.
Yep, the dice give us, and the dice taketh away. All right. Gargoyle number 2, who is locked in with Eva now, and is going to try and actually grapple them. That is a 13 plus 2. Let's see if she can beat that. No. So this gargoyle now grapples onto Eva and is going to fly up into the air 15 feet and over 10 feet, so that they're now suspended 45 feet up. And that's where they are going to end their turn.
Yikes.
Artemis, you are up. You see Eva now in the clutches of this gargoyle. You see this earth elemental over to the side, and you are locked into this frenzied fight with the gargoyle before you.
All right, and I think Eva just won the first blow against the second gargoyle. I'm doing some pretty good work against the first. How's the larger elemental looking?
A lot of its body has been blown and chipped apart. It's looking weak.
Okay. Let's just make sure that sticks. I'm just going to go ahead and break and run towards our elemental friend here.
Taking an attack of opportunity?
Certainly will.
Okay. That is a natural 18 plus 4 for 22.
All right, that will hit.
Okay. You take 6 points of slashing damage.
Okay, not looking the best now, but that's just part of the territory here when you're fighting in these dungeons,
Don't you know?
Don't you know?
Yeah, this guy's got to go. I'm gonna rear back and attack with Dawn's Edge on the elemental. Just kind of like moving through the stream, and just imagine just leaping up and bringing a heavy hand down with the edge.
Nice.
That is a 28 to hit.
That is a hit.
And they are in adjacent squares with Hester, so I get is this my first sneak attack?
Damn it!
Look at that.
Forgot you were rogue too
Yeah.
now. Oh, it's been too long.
And
Shoot.
you know what? I don't want to take chances. I'm gonna divine smite this as well.
Hell yeah.
That's what we like to see. So that is. Oh my. That is 16 points of necrotic damage and 9 points of radiant.
Okay.
Woo!
All right.
In the words of Ric Flair, woo!
Let's go. It's still up. It is barely there, and you can see like its half-formed mouth just like
Pebbles. Run.
I'm gonna roll through the strike and I'm gonna come up with an uppercut.
Yeah.
you hear this small gravelly voice in the background. Father, no.
Esther turns to the cave. You're next.
So that's a 23 to hit.
That's absolutely a hit.
I'm gonna just find smite again.
Okay.
So that would be a healthy 13 points of necrotic and 10 points of radiant.
Describe your kill.
Woo! So Artemis runs through the stream, jumps up, sensing the impending danger to their invisible friend, brings down a glowing necrotic blow against the elemental, and then like kind of rolls through the strike, and then uppercuts with a backswing. And just like the elemental just crumbles in on itself in this like weird like binary of like black and red and like bright light like flashing, and then it crumbles away.
It just.
No. Was that the gingerbread man for fucking
from
Shrek?
Shrek 2.
Yeah.
I figured Andrew might like that reference.
Indeed, the holy text. Shrek
Yes.
2.
Holy text.
And then
awesome.
Artemis just looks over his shoulder at Eva. Well, I did say you might die.
That sounds like a threat in this context.
Hester, you're up.
Okay. I'm going to, with the elemental dead, we only got these 2 gargoyles. I'm going to take my 2 shots at the one I put Hunter's Mark on. And against my better judgment, I'm going to keep Sharpshooter.
Okay.
It's kind of like a gamble. I have a character
Yes.
in another campaign that does sharpshooter, and it's addicting.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
I mean,
Gotta do it.
who
Like great
doesn't
weapon
want to
master.
do 10 default damage?
Right.
That's a natural 19, which, although that makes me upset, I know that hits, because that is going to be a 24.
Okay.
And that is 8 piercing plus a d6 for the Hunter's Mark, I believe.
All right.
Yes, 1d6. Okay, so an additional 3 on the first attack. Oh, plus 10. So what did I say? So what did I say? 8. So 18 plus 3, 21.
I got it all. Don't worry.
I just wanted to say it.
So this gargoyle was looking okay. Now it's like legs are missing from
it.
one arrow.
Cool. And I'm going to prime another arrow with a 14. 19 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. And I'm going to make eye contact with it. Save Pebbles a seat.
I don't know who Pebbles is.
That is 20 points of damage plus an additional 3.
Uh,
Oh my god.
it had 23 hit points exactly.
Oh
So
my god.
it just
I
explodes.
want it to, like, the first arrow takes off its legs and it, like, falls to the ground, and the second arrow just, like, carries the head with it.
You take the legs, the arrow like hits it and rips it away with the head,
Uh-huh.
but then the rest of the body and Eva fall 45 feet.
What?
It was
Yeah,
45
are you
feet
missing
up
that
in the
part,
air,
my
Oh,
dude.
I did miss that part.
Oh my god.
Yes.
I was like, Hester, what are you doing?
Artemis did say she might die.
I
Hester
didn't say that.
Hester don't give a damn. Thankfully, they only take 10 hit points of damage.
That's fine.
But they definitely hit, and it hurts. It hurts the poor Eva.
I am okay with that sacrifice.
Clearly.
Heroic.
Yeah.
Listen,
Cool.
you don't get to be a burrow warden by being a bitch.
Oh my
God.
god.
It's a child, a teenager. All right, Scylla, you are up.
So I'm always like borderline uncertain here on if I drop Caliburn and pull out my short sword, can that be a used item?
I
Like
believe
I'm not
so.
stowing it, I'm just dropping it, grabbing
Yeah.
the short sword.
I'm
Okay, so-
fine with that. Yeah.
Okay, cool. The short sword is attached to the title chain, which is why I want it. And I will now. She drops Caliburn, pulls the short sword, and the ring on her finger that is attached to the hilt. She pulls back and swings the short sword so it flips through the air to land to hopefully hit this gargoyle.
Yeah.
And
Very, very Kratos like.
like that. 16 to hit.
That is a hit.
It's gonna be 7 points of piercing slash.
Probably either one is fine.
Okay.
Yeah, so you throw the short sword, it impales into the gargoyle that Artemis was now was fighting with, causing some damage. What do you do next?
I bonus action call it back to my hand.
Dust
and
erupts from the wound.
recalls it, and I throw it again.
All right.
I don't think that's gonna hit though. That's a 10.
That is a miss.
But it looks sick.
It does look sick. You haven't used the title chains before. Maybe you
That's
whip
right.
it back, you try to get it over your head, it hits something in the back of the cavern, and as you try to extend it forward again, it just doesn't quite connect.
I will move as well. I think I'm gonna move. Actually, no. I like my vantage point. I'm gonna stay where I'm at. My turn.
Okay. The earth elemental is dead. Pebble Senior.
Senior.
And next up is Eva, who is going to like quickly pop up, trying to
I
like
called him Peb.
Peb.
Mr. Peb.
Mr. Peb.
And is going to charge forward at the remaining gargoyle, just still pure determination going on in their eyes, and is going to swing the warhammer. Let's give him the good die. That is enough to hit with a 17, and max damage. Actually manages to cave in the chest of the gargoyle, and it dies. And the
Hell
dust
yeah.
literally settles, and you are all out of combat.
Scylla falls to her knees. She is very, very, very bloody.
Oh dear. Hold on. You can't see me. I'm doing something.
Master, were you here the whole time? She like spits blood in your
Yeah,
hand.
that's okay. I have better shoes. I'm gonna go ahead just right off the bat and let's pop. I'll pop 2 level 1 cure wounds
Oh hell yeah!
because I would rather save the 2nd level spell slot.
Yeah, I'll take that, and then I will also. Well, I'll see what you roll. But...
Okay. It's not great. First one you get 6 hit points back.
Okay.
Second is max, so 11.
Okay.
So 17 total.
Thank you. I'm gonna pop a greater healing potion.
Okay.
I was 1 hit point. Will
Holy
You had 1 hit point
shit.
left.
I had 1 hit point.
Oh.
Fucking.
I just rolled really good on that though. That is 18 more healing.
Nice.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow, I think you got back the damage from the crit alone.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. As like Scylla is drinking this potion, you're casting some spells on her. Eva like comes over to Artemis, was like, "That was, those were some really incredible moves. Where did you? What kind of weapon is that?"
As they like step into the shadow penumbra of Dawn's Edge. This is Dawn's Edge. She is a mighty blade.
Yeah, I suppose so. I haven't. Is it something storied? I've never heard of something like this.
No, she can tell you herself.
She can talk?
I give Dawn's Edge a telepathic nudge, like, do the thing, go on.
Don't leave me hanging.
And Dawn's Edge is just like, "Hello, I appreciate the compliment." And Eva's kind of like spooked for a moment, but is also very intrigued and continues to kind of like converse a little bit with Dawn's Edge. But you guys have this moment here. You saw the ghost originally disappear into the cave beyond. You can attempt to rest. Do you investigate? What are you thinking?
While our friends are healing up a bit, I'm gonna step to the edge of the cave and look inside. Like how large this little cavern seemed to be.
You look in there and you see that it actually goes in about another 20 feet and gets a little bit narrower, but you see that the water actually comes up from a spring in the middle of the stone floor. And all about you see like ancient furniture, some of it made out of old zerk wood. You see some stone tables, and you see that there are a couple of skeletons scattered about the room. And one in particular, you see, the only one that doesn't seem to have been like, I will say, like with the time you take to kind of investigate this room, looking in and everything, most of the skeletons look like they died in some kind of way or form of combat or were slain, with the way that their bodies are kind of strewn about. The one that strikes you the most is that there is one in particular that is at the side of the bed, the one bed in this place, and it seems to be reaching underneath.
Interesting. Are any of these figures clad in that familiar stone armor?
You make an investigation check.
Sure.
And anybody that eventually like comes down in to help Artemis, you are welcome to do this.
How does an unnatural 0 treat you?
Whoa.
Holy shit. Does this in particular have to be investigation, or would you allow perception for this? If the room is just
I
being
will,
skipped?
if you want to make a perception check, you can make one. With your investigation, Artemis, you are actually distracted by something behind you. You see amongst the rubble of the elemental that you saw, there's something kind of shiny sticking out of it.
Don't mind if I do.
You go over to the remains of the earth elemental, and you find a rough, yellowish gem.
Okay. I will pocket that for sure.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, you two, there's a bunch of dead people in the back there. You should probably check that out. There's someone reaching underneath the bed. I don't know what that's about, but, seems important.
Did you check?
No. I got distracted.
Jeez.
Is the furniture in water?
Smooth hands.
No.
be damned.
So
Okay.
this spring that has appeared, you can see like there's some rubble around it that has been kind of eroded away. But as the natural slope of the stone continues downward, most of that water then forms the river out. So the rest of the area is dry.
Hester will go over towards the figure reaching under the bed and try to find what they may have been reaching for.
Okay. Did you make an earlier perception check when walking into the room?
I did for looking for the armor. It was only a 9.
Okay. You definitely don't see any kind of stone armor in here. I'll have you make another one. And as Eva comes into the room kind of with the rest of you all, she goes, did I hear you call out for Hesk before?
Yes, Jaeger said that he was last seen
Much better.
running into these halls, and we are seeking his unresting spirit.
They definitely were a burrow warden, so there might be something here that pertains to them for sure. I think he had recently left the burrow wardens, so it makes sense that we don't see the armor here. But would you get?
Was this
Hester?
investigation or perception for going under the bed?
Perception.
Okay. That's better. 24.
Okay. You get down next to this skeleton and you peer under and you see like where the hand is, and you see that the like everything that's kind of would have been holding, like all the tendons and all that, are gone, but from the position of the hand you feel like they were attempting to reach upwards towards the bed underneath.
Okay.
You follow that along, you rub your hands, and eventually you feel like this small divot in your middle finger like comes into it and it sinks in, and then you hear a chink, and this like it very quickly, this heavy weight of stone just like falls into your hand as a stone box comes out from underneath the bed.
I will pull that out and place it on the side of the bed, very non-ceremoniously pushing the bones aside. Pardon, sorry, very sorry about this.
A whole bunch of dust everywhere now.
Put the box up on the bed, and can I open it?
It's open. There is no top.
Oh.
You think it just kind of slotted in underneath the bed.
Oh, interesting. Okay, I will look in there.
So you look into it and you see that there is a rotted pouch containing 6 gems that you think, with your kind of knowledge of these, that they're worth about 100 GP each. So about 600 gold worth of gems. You find a small clearish vial with some kind of liquid in it. And you see a large, ugly-looking ring that looked like it held some kind of gem on the top, but that is missing. And you think, based on like its shape and its oddness, it was some kind of gold in nature, but it looks like it's been charred in some way.
Interesting.
Oh my gosh, put it on, Hester.
You go, girl.
I'll slide that on. Is it my size?
Do you actually put it on?
Fuck it.
Okay, you slide this ring on, and all the stuff that you were carrying before instantly feels lighter. Like it's almost like you look down, and you're like, am I still carrying all my stuff? And sure enough, it's there, but it's so lightweight to you now. Your carrying capacity has been quadrupled.
Holy shit.
And your constitution has just gone up by 2, exceeding the max if it goes over.
Damn.
I'm sure there's no downside.
Nice.
The other thing you feel is a mental tug
Okay.
coming from like if it was like almost coming from the back left hand side of your head, and it's like this almost this constant nagging. Like you turn that way, and that pressure almost turns in your head with you to the front. Like as you face the direction of that pull, it's like literally something is pushing on the inside of your head, moving as you turn towards where it is.
Like I got a compass in my skull?
Kind of. Yeah, it feels like if you were to put a marble against your head and
Yeah.
like kept the pressure and it
It's like
rolled
push-
along. Yeah, that's what it feels like. And
What
it's
is it?
uncomfortable.
What is it pointing towards?
You look out and you just see the cave entrance, and that's it.
Like it's pointing out the cave.
You're not entirely sure, you just feel that pressure that way.
I don't know how to explain this. I think the weird ring I just found wants us to go this way.
Hester, did you put on a strange ring without finding out what it was?
Do you have the means? Do you have the means to do that, Scylla? Or are you going to tell me what this thing is?
I do not, but I would not have advised you to put it on.
Well, that's why you didn't.
Eva comes over and she's like, "Show me." And she looks at it and she goes, "This is one of the rings of the wardens. It imbued them with the strength to carry the stone armor."
Wait,
I don't know what's... There should be a stone here. They each carried a gem signifying which of the members it belonged to, but they're also not meant to be black like this.
What kind of gem would usually adorn it? Like what would the...
It depended. Jagger supposedly had a pearl. Hesk, I think, might have had a topaz. And then for the others, I'm not entirely sure, other than the Skyforger, I think, had not quite a gem, but a brilliant kind of metal in theirs. So I don't know whose this is, but it's incomplete without the gem.
Well, look. Is this a topaz? And I'll hold up the yellowish gem from the elemental.
It definitely looks similar. Let me just double check on that. Looks similar, but the stone you have is far too rough. This would have to be a cut gem of some sort that would fit into this ring.
So I'll come up and I'll just with one hand tap at the ring with to be like, it's not working. I don't
think it's doing anything.
It's not. And while I do that, I'm gonna attempt to sleight of hand one of those bags of monies or gems into my pocket.
Ooh.
See that shit?
Roll that sleight of hand. What's everybody's passive perception, by the way?
16.
Okay.
But if he's actively trying to steal something, it might be more than a passive check.
12.
We'll see.
27.
27? Okay.
Never mind.
I will say with the sufficient distraction of trying to put the gem in the ring, you manage to scoop up one of those gems worth 100 gold for sure.
Cool. That doesn't seem to work. Udask, are you here? Stonewood.
You hear nothing. There's no response.
No.
Hester, is the ring is guiding you?
There's some pressure pushing outside. It's like it had a mission.
Perhaps we should follow it.
We shouldn't put on the ring, but let's follow the weird pressure.
Well, it is too late now. And while you are leading, you might as well carry more since you can now. Here's the food.
Y'all are assuming a lot of shit that I didn't tell you. All I'm saying is y'all are assuming a lot.
It was a ring for carrying burdens.
That's fair.
Before we roll out, would you three be amenable to a short rest before we depart this chamber?
I see nothing wrong with it.
It isn't a bad idea.
Fine with the rest.
Yeah, I mean, his headache's probably not going away, so...
All right.
So you guys kind of settle yourselves down in this cave-like house, this burrow, and Eva actually starts like pulls out a large bag, and she kind of like turns to you all and goes, I'm sorry, but I think these bones, I think this was Udhask, and I think Jagger would prefer that they be collected and brought back to the catacombs to be officially laid to rest. Hester, I know we've just met, and I've been told to each their own in the spoils of battle, but just do know you do carry something very sacred to the Wardens.
Full disclosure, while this feels very nice in the short term, I'm very well aware of the importance of the item and do not wish to piss off any wayward spirits. As soon as we are back and safe and things are settled here, the ring is yours.
Okay. Thank you. No pressure now, just, And you guys take a quick rest, so you guys can roll hit dice if you need to mark anything back that you want to.
And during the short rest, can I attempt to identify the rough yellow gem I found?
Yes. If you want to, do you have the spell identify, or do you just want to roll an Arcana check?
I kind of think it's like I was gonna roll an Arcana check, unless there's some kind of like. Oh, I just want to use my brain. Yeah. I will attempt with the brain. 11.
Okay. It is a earth elemental gem. So it looks like a yellow diamond. That is the official thing of it. Mm-hmm. If broken, this gem summons like the conjure elemental spell, a earth elemental under your command. But once broken, it is lost.
Sick.
Just remember how well that spell worked out for our buddy Nim.
That's right.
And the number you got again, remind me, just in case there's extra.
That was an 11.
An 11, yeah. That's what you've got.
Beautiful.
Okay. So you've all had this short rest, kind of gathered yourselves. What would you like to do now?
I think we follow the headache.
Mm-hmm.
You follow the headache? Okay.
Yeah, follow the headache.
You all gather yourselves. You start moving out. As you move out of the cave, you feel that pressure, Hester, start to kind of rotate in coordination with our map. It feels like it's pointing to the north. So you come down these stairs to the northwest of you currently, going down by the large pool of water, and it feels like it's going up the path to the north.
Like the way we came, or the northern path right by the staircase?
Right by the staircase. So if we had we're going off the orientation of the door you came through originally, this would be the northeast pass.
Got you. Okay. I will stealthily lead the group.
Okay. Roll a stealth check, all of you, if you're all being sneaky.
I think I would do the same thing as before, where I wait for you guys to look on up ahead because I am not sneaky.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll put my hood up and follow Hester.
So, do I want to roll higher than that? Yeah.
Do you want to roll higher?
Yeah, I'm going to choose advantage. And I rolled less, so it still is an 18.
I rolled a 17.
Okay. You guys start moving up through this small passageway to the north, and eventually you see from around a corner this greenish light start to kind of cascade over the areas, creating this light that continues to grow until you eventually, where Hester is now, come around a corner, and before you is a massive open cavern in which you see light from bioluminescent fungi begins to refract through large crystal formations that erupt from the floor. And it creates, as like you look farther in, this kaleidoscope of colors that eventually like turn into this green near you. The crystals themselves are semi-transparent, and like as you look through them, they kind of distort the images a bit as you look through. The most interesting thing, though, that catches your eye is that far across the room, right to the northwest here, appearing to be cowering behind this large crystal outgrowth, seems to be a statue of a gnome that is holding a shard of crystal in front of its eyes. And that's where we'll leave it this week.
Oh no.
Yeah. Well, another riveting ending here. We all have questions here, clearly, but thanks everyone for watching. Like and subscribe. We will be back again next week with episode 88, where we uncover what in the world is happening in this cavern. But you can find us anywhere on social media. If you want to listen to the audio only, you can find us wherever podcasts are found. And hop over to our Discord. There's a link below in the description. And that's it, Maddie Baddies. We'll see you later. Well, boy, howdy, how about the end of that episode? That was a good one, and I'm not just saying that at the end of every episode. But I am here with more news. Yes, this is another update for our outro. We've got a couple great things going on. The first of which is we're going to be launching our first sanity check, which is a new segment we're going to do every couple months to just update all of our listeners about the great things that we have going on. So kind of like an outro, but it's going to have the whole cast, and we'll be talking about all the different things in the pipeline that we're working on for the podcast. The first one of those is going to come out in April of 2023. The other thing that we're doing that is super fun is I'm actually running a one-shot with the gang. It's a little bit of a mini adventure. We've already recorded 2 episodes. We suspect there'll be 6, although it depends on how they go through the story. So we'll be posting the first of those here pretty shortly as well. And then lastly, I just want to remind everybody about our socials. We've got memes dropping every Monday over on Twitter at The Madness Table. We've got an Instagram page that you can catch us on as well. And Will has been dropping some banger TikToks, so you can find us at The Madness Table over there as well. And I guess the last thing I'll mention is if you're interested in supporting us, if you're loving the show and want to toss a coin to your Witchers, that's us. It's going to be ko-fi.com/The Madness Table. And that's it. Until next time, when
the madness continues.